Part 1. What is Neopets? So I feel like if you're watching this video, you probably already know the answer to this, but just in case. Neopets is a virtual pet website that had its boom in the 2000s. Like most virtual pet websites, it focuses on taking care of pets and a couple of other features around the website. On Neopets, you could adopt different species of pets, who could also be lots of different colors. Some species and colors were rarer than others, making them much more coveted. The primary gameplay loop was something like playing flash games in order to earn Neopoints, and spending those Neopoints to make more Neopoints. Nowadays, Neopets is actually looked back on and remembered mainly for its economy, which has kind of been ruined by now. We can talk more about that later. But ultimately, Neopets had lots of gameplay systems, leaving its players with lots to do. Whether you're interested in collecting avatars, trophies, the coolest pet colors, having the biggest gallery, or having the most Neopoints, there is an endless litany of things to do. Even to this day, I find it to be one of the most in-depth and engaging pet websites or pet game in general. But it's changed a lot over the years, so if you once had an account on this website, it might not look anything like what you remember, which leads us into... Can you play Neopets in 2020?
I'm here today to start a new account on Neopets. The first thing we have to do is say that we're new. And if you start a new account, you get 2,500 Neopoints, which is not a lot. So, first thing you gotta do is get a nickname. Yeah, I think I like Rookie. Okay, I'm gonna create a password, and I'm not gonna let you guys see it, so... Okay, so we are going to make a pet. Neopets species and color is so changeable. Eventually, if we can get whatever we want. So the two that I'm thinking about... would be like a green Quiggle, which is like, that's a basic thing, but I really like him. And an Aisha, and I love an Aisha. I like a green Aisha, but my favorite is the blue Aisha. My dog, just a second. So the most important thing when picking a Neopet, like now, is like obviously pick a species and a color that you like and are happy with. Eventually, you're going to be able to change it or trade or whatever, but get one that you love and you want to take care of, and I think that's really good. But the most important thing is to make sure that you have a good name. What we are going to be doing with this series is kind of, one, I want to make like 1 million Neopoints, and it's a really achievable goal. It's not that hard to get 1 million Neopoints in Neopets nowadays. And our second goal will be we can pick a pet that's like a higher tier than just like your basic blue Aisha, and we can trade up to like a higher tier Neopet. And one of the things that you want to do if you're starting to do that is have a good name. Good names on Neopets are, like most things in life, very subjective, but things that most people like are real names, real words, and just like one word, like not like two words squished together, capitalization, good capitalization, and like not a lot of letters, so the shorter the better. And people like obviously pronounceable names, so like if it's a real name or if it's a real word, that's completely pronounceable. I have been collecting a couple of what I think are available words for us to name our Neopet. And you want like a cute name too, like you don't want something like, I was gonna say asbestos, but asbestos might be a great name for a pet, honestly. I have noticed that I have better luck with finding names if I look at negatives. Things that start with ill or non or D, things that like denote a negative instead of a positive. Unhappy versus happy, something like that. Non-distinct, and it'll tell me. Now it says it's available, but that might not necessarily be true. Pets whose owners have been frozen, the owner's account was frozen, it's still like in the database. And so when you go to create it, it'll say it's available, but it's not. The other one that I found, and I like this one, is illegitimate. Now, illegitimate is taken. Okay, so we're going to try non-distinct. I think that's good. Let's cross our fingers and hope that non-distinct works, shall we? One moment. It worked! We got the name non-distinct! Let's see real quick if non-distinct is a word. Is a word. It's a word. It's a real word. So that's good. It's not the best word, but it's, I found it on my own, and yeah, it's exciting. Basically what I've done is for the last like week or so, I have stepped back from my main Neopets account. I have ceased using it, and I'm making this my new account, and I'm not going to be messing with my old account at all. This is all to say that this is my new Neopets account, and I'm going to be playing this daily like I play Neopets, like on the regular, keeping you guys apprised of what I'm doing. But I haven't created a new account on Neopets in a million years. This is all new. So yeah, the first thing I'm going to do is get my, this is like the newbie starter pack. You get like 2 paintbrushes and like fake little pets. Okay, so let's do the tutorial, shall we? Let's see what's going on with the tutorial. Oh, I have to enable flash. So this is just, how does this work? You've got a menu up here. You've got games that you can play, which we will definitely be doing. You've got shops you can go to. I have completed, I'll click one, but okay, it wants me to feed. I completed the tutorial. I don't know what you want me to do. Oh, click to redeem. I didn't see this before. That would be why. What's weird about this series and what's weird about this video is that like I'm not an expert on Neopets by any means. Like I don't play regularly. I hop back in every now and then and like just kind of mess around, and I never play for any real length of time. So I'm not an expert. So some of this is like learning, really legitimately learning how to play Neopets. Yes, my dog. Hello. I just want you to know. So one thing that has like existed and has kind of messed with the economy a lot has been Trudy's Surprise, which is like, it's not that unusual of a thing. It's like a daily incentive to come in, and like Neopets has had incentives to log in daily and get rewards for a very long time. You click this slot machine, and no matter what it lands on, you get a reward. So I didn't get any in a row, but I still won like 1,500 Neo points, which like, if you've been paying attention, is a huge chunk of what I had already. And so it's really kind of flooded the economy from what I can tell. Every 25 days, you will win 100,000 Neo points. That's not a total. That is like what you win on the 25th day. And then if you play every 7 days, you get like items. I don't know exactly what those are. But like, that is so nothing because today is Sloth Day. So let's see what Jelly Neo has to say about Sloth Day. One of the main forms of progression or like motivating rewards in Neopets are the avatars, and those like kind of work like achievements that show that you have done a particular thing. And some of those things are really silly and really easy, and some of them are super hard to do. And this one only happens once a year, so this is a really big deal. So like, let's get our first avatar real quick. I'm not here to do like a history of Neopets because Lord knows I do not know all of the history of Neopets. And anyway, he tried to take over, but we won, but Sloth is like one of the main villains on Neopets. I agree that Virtupets is not responsible for any bodily injury or brain spasms that may occur during the duration of the Dr. Sloth loyalty test. Let's hope not. He's the supreme ruler of everything. He's also which of the following: evil and must be destroyed, harmless and just needs a hug, your one and only master whom you will obey for eternity, a block of species. So I think we get the gist of which answers are the right ones. Bow at his feet and wait for him to use you as an ottoman. Okay, Neopets, I see you. Stand there with this look on your face. That is very early 2000s, y'all. Okay, I'm pretty sure these are the correct answers. I did it! We did it! We got the I Heart Sloth avatar. That's really cool. So we can go and we can like change it right now. So I think some of the first steps are figuring out like what our Neopets, what our dailies are going to be. So in case you don't know, Neopets dailies are a huge part of the way that the game plays. So I think I'm going to go through here, do a couple of them, and we can figure out which ones we want to make a part of our daily routine, getting to 1,000,000 Neo points. So the idea here is that when you first start an account, you don't have access to all the dailies, and then some dailies take some work, quests, or you have to purchase items to be able to access them. So I'm just doing here
Just a couple that are really quick, 1 or 2 clicks. I like dailies that have like a high chance at good rewards. I don't like having a lot of garbage in my inventory. You can see here that I forgot that I was on this new account and I spun a couple of wheels that I didn't need to spin. I have some wheels that on my main account I spin for the avatars and I did not need to do that on this, but I did end up winning on one of them, so it wasn't a total loss.
Okay, so that was like a fairly uneventful set of dailies. So some of them we can't do yet, which I knew that like some of them you can't do for 24, 48, or even 72 hours after you have created an account. And like, you know what, that's to be expected. Like we got some stuff to feed our pet. We're mostly going to be feeding her through I want to say we're going to be feeding her through the soup kitchen, but like right now, okay, so you need to have less than 3,000. And right now, like, we're kicking around 5,000. I don't know if it's worth trying to get the avatar, frankly. I'm not sure. So we'll see. And so speaking of the bank, that's one thing that we're going to start right now. Okay, so I have filled this out. The like account type basically determines how much interest that you get per day. We've landed on 5,000 because we have 5,000, and so we might as well. So we can sign me up. And I live at 33 Potato Lane, Meridell, Neopia. I got an email from the Neopets team. I'm now eligible to use Good Day at the bank as an avatar in the Neo boards. That's great. Why is that? I don't know, because I opened an account probably. So at the moment, my daily interest is 1 Neo point per day. Now, one thing I want to see is if we can do the stock market. I can only buy companies that are trading at 15 Neo points or above. Is that true? I don't have the money to draw 1,000. I will start doing, so I'm not going to start doing the stock market until I have enough to buy 1,000 shares. So at 15 Neo points per share, at 1,000, it's 15,000 Neo points. And we just don't have that. We need 10,000 Neo points to do that. And we want to be able to do that every single day. To make the stock market worth it, you really got to play it every day. But I really think this is a good place to stop. I'm going to play games next time, and we're going to have a lot of fun, like, exploring and getting stuff. I want to get maps. Like, the Forgotten Shore map is a really easy one that we can do to get. Okay, while this is going on, I'm going to play with our pet, Non-Distinct. Like I was saying, one thing that I really want to do is get us like the Forgotten Shore map and maybe complete the Altador quest line so that we can have those dailies to pick up. Obviously, we can't do anything with it. It's just to click this. We did get an avatar, so that's good. But he would give us stuff. So next time we'll be playing games. We'll be getting the Forgotten Shore. Maybe I'll have completed the Altador quest line. We'll get Non-Distinct, some cute clothes. So I hope you guys really enjoyed that like trip down memory lane, looking at Neopets. The other thing we have to do, I can't forget, we have to figure out what we want to turn Non-Distinct into. Whether we want to keep her an Aisha or like paint her a particular really cool rare color. Like, throw your suggestions for what you want for her down in the comments. If there's like a rare pet you want to see me try and get, like, you could say you want me to try and get an unconverted pet, which is like the hardest thing to do, but we could go for it. Let me know what you think, and I'll be back soon with more updates. So I'll see y'all next time.